Oh my God. Have you ever been late for your lesson? Then you get very stressed, and stress is not good at all. I then thought I should have my computer up here, but without, I got very stressed. So I can see the slides. When we are stressed, we are not teaching at our best. Often we have a rather bad instruction in our class. It's easy to forget. That's why I have a note. And your students adapt your stress. Be early, not on time. When you are early, you are on time. When you are on time, you are late. Take care of yourself. Be your own best friend. Positive self-talk. We talk to ourselves all the time, so be sure that it's positive. What would you say to your best friend if you had a bad day? Sorry, my glasses is not the best. Decide to talk to yourself as you talk to your best friend. A short movie about stress.
Watch this. One little piece of paper can have a remarkable effect. Stress is stressful. But if you understand a bit about what it is, you'll be better able to deal with it. First, though, take a few deep breaths. In fact, do that anytime you feel stressed. It helps. Stress is a survival mechanism. When danger appears, it can get you out of trouble quickly. Your body crashes up the gears and throws all its resources into getting you moving. Your heart pumps furiously to increase blood pressure. Glucose is sent to the muscles as a fuel injection. And you become totally focused on what psychologists call fight or flight. Thing is, this emergency state is only meant to last just long enough to get you out of danger. But here in the 21st century, we stress about different things, and for much, much longer. Your brain and body stay on red alert, and you'll be less able to think clearly, learn, or remember things. Take a few more deep breaths, because as you now know, stress is a physical reaction, and deep breathing helps to counteract its effects. So, what else can you do? Okay, top tips to reduce stress. First, get plenty of exercise. Let out all that locked up energy. Now, back to the problem. Get in control. Scope out the situation and how you're going to tackle it. Don't stress alone. Talk to someone. Socialize. And have a laugh. You can't laugh and quake with fear at the same time. Get down with nature on a big or small scale. And if your mind won't stop worrying, it's something else to do instead.
Take a couple of deep breaths, he said. Babies, they breathe with their stomach. Youngsters, they breathing with their breast, but adults, They are more or less so stressed, so they breathe with their shoulders. The biggest stress in the world is not to be yourself. Authenticity. Are adults authentic? How many in the audience, reach up your hand, can say that they are authentic? Only 3, 4, more and more coming up. Okay. If you are authentic, you have never said yes when you meant to say no. You have never said no when you meant to say yes. How many in the audience are authentic?
Can't be if you're married.
What about babies and children? They are born authentic, but really fast they are not, because of the surrounding and the parents. What about the gut feeling? We often can feel in our stomach what is right, but much often our brain take over and change that or do something else. And that is so stupid. We should follow our gut feeling much more. Also as an instructor in the pool with babies and children. Instead of trying to be perfect, we acknowledge the mistakes can be good. Instead of trying harder, we do something else. It's hard to have 2 slides to run. Instead of trying to be strong, we decide to be human. So don't try to be stronger and do more and more all the time. Be more human. Who you are. A short sound. Oh, sorry. Not in the past, not in the future, just now. Be present. And that's another big challenge, to be present. I myself, been an instructor for many years. I can do the same songs in the pool, but while I was singing, I was thinking, what I'm going to have to dinner today. So I started to meditate. And if you meditate and focus on your breath, you're always conscious, you're present. And I come up with another option now of being present all the time. And then that come up when I bought this little fellow. Because animals, they are present all the time. And when you are with animals, you are present all the time. So they can learn us a lot. I haven't thought of taking the dog to the pool with the kids, but he could because he can swim. Some of the text disappeared from the converted, but we'll find out. Remember that becoming a great instructor is an ongoing journey, often filled with just as many valleys as there are mountains. Keep an open mind, be willing to learn from your experience, and constantly refine your teaching approach to the best to serve your babies and children's needs. Should it stand over there, the text? This is the instructor. But a very nice instructor, I'm sure he will be doing well in the water, but this instructor missed something. And what is that? What? Roots, yes. We need roots so we can stand and get energy from the roots. And what more than roots? What? Water or soil, yeah, but one more important thing. Thorns. So don't everyone come and pick you. You have to protect yourself also as an instructor. So you don't get used by everyone steal your energy or weep you out. So we need to protect us also. Being an instructor takes patience, dedication, passion, and the ability to do more with less. So if we suddenly don't have nothing else but water in a pool, no equipment, do you cancel the lesson? No. Then we absolutely have to do more with less. Yeah. Because we have the most important thing, water. How do you use your voice? Your body language, too much or too little information? I have to explain why I take all my glasses, because when you get in my age, suddenly everything changed again. So I see better without the glasses. So. I'm told why I do it, but that's a secret. Clear and concise communication is essential for good teaching. So they understand what you try to tell them. So if they tell you you're going to get a motorbike, you thought it was going to have something else. Do you sense what's going behind you? Because almost all the time you have some participants behind your back when you move around in the pool. So are you able to sense what's going on your back? I think you do if you have done instruction for some years. Regularly reflect on your teaching, practice, and make necessary adjustments. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Every single day you make a choice. So you decide if you stand in the shadow or in the sun. It's up to you every day. A great instructor is a giver. Giving and caring go hand in hand. An instructor who truly cares about each baby and child will constantly give from the heart. Here we have 2 children at our swim school. They look quite alike and look okay, but the experience has been quite different. So it's not, you don't need to see anything outside the child. It's what's going on inside the child that matters. So what we can do with these 2 children with an apple, we can cut them into 2 halves to see how they are inside. Because one is not so didn't like the teaching, the other one liked it. And inside, we can see it. Oh, sorry. Four children in the same family have 4 different mothers. How come? Oh, the man had 4 wives? No. The children experience the mother very different. And what about the children at our swim school? How will they react to the instructor? You think they react the same way? No. Very different. Someone go home and say, oh, the instructor was so nice, and the other one go home and, no, it was no fun. This instructor is meditating and really relaxed through her teaching. That's one side of the scale. And the other side is this one.
As one who possesses the highest military virtue. He obeys orders, respects his seniors, and strives constantly to be the best at everything that he does. Discipline and spirit are the hallmarks of a Marine. Each of you can become a Marine if you develop discipline and...
Yeah, I hope no one teaches like this. A great instructor is always a student. Constantly improve your teaching skills and knowledge about babies and children. It's not about exercises only about children and babies, but you also must read the development and all the new things that you can discover. Understand your students. Recognize, this instructor doesn't do it. Interest and learning styles of your students. Foster a positive learning environment. Create a positive and supportive atmosphere where children can feel comfortable. And encourage to learn and progress at their own pace. Being patient, understanding and providing constructive feedback can help build their confidence and motivation. Do we really see each one of our students? Not quite. this one. Don't teach the subject. Learn the babies and children to do it themselves. In one swim school, I saw they have written passion for safety, and safety is very important with our schools. Passion for safety because we teach little fishes to swim, was on their website. And then long before I have made this slide, teach in the water, not underwater. We are not a fish and will never become a fish. Empathy. What do you think this little guy is asking for or wondering? This is what the baby told me when I saw this picture. You agree? Empathy is one of the most important qualities that help teachers to build stronger relationships with their students. When empathy guides your teaching, you're able to see the world through your students' eyes. This leads to less judgment, more compassion, and a stronger classroom community. And what you see under you have, when a child or a person do all the things at once, you don't have to go back and do the silly test after. We have to see each student. A great instructor has the power to understand children as she is a child as well. And because empathy is so important in our teaching, I give you a bit more about empathy.
So what is empathy, and why is it very different than sympathy? Empathy fuels connection. Sympathy drives disconnection. Empathy, it's very interesting. Teresa Wiseman is a nursing scholar who studied professions, very diverse professions where empathy is relevant, and came up with 4 qualities of empathy. Perspective taking, the ability to take the perspective of another person or recognize their perspective as their truth. Staying out of judgment, not easy when you enjoy it as much as most of us do. Recognizing emotion in other people and then communicating that. Empathy is feeling with people. And to me, I always think of empathy as this kind of sacred space when someone's kind of in a deep hole and they shout out from the bottom and they say, I'm stuck, it's dark, I'm overwhelmed. And then we look and we say, hey, climb down. I know what it's like down here, and you're not alone. Sympathy is, ooh, it's bad, no, you want a sandwich? Empathy is a choice, and it's a vulnerable choice, because in order to connect with you, I have to connect with something in myself that knows that feeling. Rarely, if ever, does an empathic response begin with at least. Yeah. And we do it all the time. Because you know what? Someone just shared something with us that's incredibly painful, and we're trying to silver lining it. I don't think that's a verb, but I'm using it as one. We're trying to put the silver lining around it. So I had a miscarriage. Oh, at least you know you can get pregnant. I think my marriage is falling apart. At least you have a marriage. John's getting kicked out of school. At least Sarah is an A student. But one of the things we do sometimes in the face of very difficult conversations is we try to make things better. If I share something with you that's very difficult, I'd rather you say, I don't even know what to say right now, I'm just so glad you told me. Because the truth is, rarely can a response make something better. What makes something better is connection.
Tips and tricks, give you some, what I have experienced. The parents ask the children too much. Do you want to? Do you want to? Also, I've seen instructors, do you want to? Yeah. And what the answer? No. Yeah. So instead, we say, no, we are going to. Together, we are going to. If the answer is no, also then, it's okay. But we haven't given them the answer before we ask. I got a question, when will my son learn to swim? Was a lady calling. And I said, when he's ready. But the lady didn't stop. She said, when will he be ready? My answer was, when he can swim. And she was satisfied. The toddler and child are going to swim as far as they manage, not as far as the parents or instructor wants them to swim. And that I've seen many times, because the parents go back further, try to get the child to come further and further. How to communicate with parents and baby? Only to the parents? No. We also, I always communicate with the baby or the child. So I can go over to I see that the father was a bit doing too much with the baby. And I go over to the baby and say to the baby, I think your father should cool down a bit. And yeah, and the father is, instead of going to the face to the father and say that he can be angry, but never angry when you tell the baby or the child. What about free play? Important in the teaching, so they have some free play. I had some kids, it was my grandchildren, and I let them play a lot. And we had only 10 minutes with training for swimming. And after 5 lessons, they could swim. Because what they did in the free play, they developed so much, so much. Only one got the possibility to answer. The same one once every time. This is from a class situation, but this is what's going on. Open your hand and one child is answering, rest, nothing. They learn nothing about communication in school. Neither back home. Do your homework, go to bed. That's the communication. Benjamin Franklin said 100 years ago, tell me and I will forget. Teach me and I will remember. Involve me and I will learn. And at the end, little about aura. Maybe not everyone here believe in aura and like that, but today I will prove it for you. Yeah. It's a very nice music, but my time is off, so I have to go forward. I think most of you have experienced this, the electricity, when you almost reach to someone and this is two people and the aura around these people. And you can think if there was some negative energy in one of these persons, it will infect the other one a lot. Just like your fingerprint, your aura is unique to you. But unlikely your fingerprint, your aura is constantly shifting according to your emotion, health, and state of mind. This lady is smiling, but her aura is not good. And what I have noticed with the aura and babies, that when I meet the babies, some babies in the pool, they don't look at my face, they look above me, to my energy. This lady is not smiling, but she has a fantastic aura. And you can see green is loving, compassion, nurturing, blue, powerful, insightful, flowing, yellow, sunny, charismatic, confident. You can train yourself to see the aura. You just put your hand like this, and you steer just beside your hand. Do this for a couple of years. No. Regularly, I was to say. And it will look like this. And I have done it. Okay, at the end, you do something very special. Oh, I look forward to this. We have someone to watch the clock because we're doing 3 things for 30 seconds. So I need 30 seconds. You are going to, okay, you have to do the same thing, so. Okay, your hands, we are for 30 seconds. We're going to do this. Someone take the time, 30 seconds. Long time.
20 seconds.
9, 8.
30 seconds.
Okay, and then 30 seconds. Getting warm.
5 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, the last one, tip your fingers inside your hands like this. 30 seconds, inside, really tap it inside. Okay, and then take your hands, just slowly together and do like this. Can you feel the energy? And what is really good, you have a lot of energy in your hands now. So if you have a bad knee, you don't just take on your knee, and after a while you're okay. I gave that one for free. Okay, just to sum up, authentic communication, safety, enthusiastic, passion, empathy, and at the end, you must have fun in your teaching. Thank you so much.